You know that I could get you more, a little more, whatever you need, what you need.
Hi guys, it's Laz and today I'm back with a new video. So this is the first part of my new Watch Me Edit series, and today I will be showing you how I made my entry for the Gacha Fruit intro and outro contest. So the intro took me roughly 2 to 3 hours and I made it using VideoStar, which is only available on iOS, so I'm sorry to those of you who use Android or, I don't know, other like systems, I guess. I don't know. I'm not that great with English. So the font I used is Bubblegum, so you can get it free on the font, I think it's called, the website. And yeah, for the music I used Mozap, and yeah, that's it for this template. So I'll just start showing you how I made the intro now. So as you can see, we're starting out in VideoStar, and I'm just opening up multi-layer and adding this background I found on Pinterest. And yeah, it's really pastely and fits the OC of Gacha Fruit really well. So I'm adding a white border frame thingy like I did in my intro because I'm just obsessed with them right now. And yeah, going into multi-layer again, and now I'm adding this "you're watching" text that like every single one of my intros has. And yeah, I'm playing around with the colors because I wanted to give it like two colors that blend well into each other, so it fits her theme. Because like you probably know if you've been on her channel, Gacha Fruit OC has this beautiful purple pastely hair and then a shirt that's pink. So I wanted to make the font in that colors. And yeah, as you can see on the side, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's layers, and each layer is one letter. So I'm like doing every single letter on its own. And right now I'm placing them so that they fit. And I have on my phone, I've got VideoStar with a paid version of this like multi-layer feature. I don't know why I didn't pay for it. It just was there and I was able to use it. So yeah, I don't think you can normally use multi-layer. You can just use like one layer for free. But yeah, the feature is really handy, and it's like, actually I think it's probably the only thing I do with VideoStar. So as you can see right now, we're like animating the Y to bounce in, and this took me a lot of time. I have like, for the different steps of the intro, each step I have one video. Like the making the "you're watching" part is like 23 minutes. Then I have the other parts, which you will see after this, and they didn't take me that long. Yes, like the intro took me ages, but just because I really wanted to make it good, since Gacha Fruit is one of my best friends, if not the best friend. So yeah, she's great. She deserves a good intro. I'm actually not making this to be her intro. It's just like an entry for her contest. I don't know if I'll win. I mean, I hope so. But yeah, as you can see from this video, I spent a lot of time making this. Because VideoStar is one of these programs where you sit down, you edit the video, then you look outside of the window and it's nighttime, and I don't know, it's crazy. Time just passes by without you noticing. And yeah, so I don't really know what to talk about. I guess the letters. So as you can see, like in the beginning I I made it so that the Y would move into place from that middle spot. And with each layer, I'm copying the keyframes of the previous layer, and then I'm moving the letter to its place so that like they all appear from the same spot on screen. And I gave it that one easing that I use all the time, and it makes it bouncy, so I really like that one. It's really good. I can make some video star tutorials in the future. I'm just really not good at video star at the moment because I started using video star in like December and I haven't touched it since January, and now it's like almost the end of January actually. So yeah, it's like, okay, video star is a really good program, but it's not my favorite. I think my favorite would have to be KineMaster because I use it all the time and for every single video, for like adding in the intro and the outro. So if you want a good editing program, I suggest using KineMaster or Power Director. I just really can't get around Power Director. So yeah, I'm like changing topics left and right. What you see me do now is like doing the same thing I did with the Y, just with the W, because I didn't want to copy the keyframes from the your to the watching part, so I made the keyframes like different and so that it would appear after the your part, because the more time you have for an animation, the longer the animation is. So if I would just have it all appear at the same time, there would be letters appearing in like less than 0.1 second, and it just doesn't look good because it makes the bounce effect that I'm adding in every letter look like some kind of lag, and yeah, that's just not aesthetic, and I want to have it aesthetic. So yeah, I'm like making the H right now, and I should be done. So when making this video, I screen recorded and then sped it up so it wouldn't be too long. If I hadn't sped up the video, it would probably be around 4 hours, which is insane. Like first of all, nobody would want to watch me edit for 4 hours, and second of all, how in the world am I supposed to do a voiceover that's 4 hours long? Like, my first language isn't English, it's German, so talking for like, what's it, I think 26 minutes is already really long and kind of draining, to be honest, but yeah, I give my best. Okay, I should stop complaining and talk about the video again. So what you can see me do right now is I'm adding in the characters that I edited in Ibis Paint before. I did like this stitching shading technique that I figured out while I was doing my intro. And yeah, I added like, what do you call it, a stroke around the character so that it wouldn't blend in with the background, because the background fits the character perfectly. So right now I'm animating them in for like, there's this thing in the Mostep, like the song thingy that I'm using, that goes like, oh, I won't sing right now, okay? It's like the sound effect. You'll hear it when I show you the finished intro. But it has like this sounds. So I decided to do something for the sounds, and I'm just adding Gacha Fruits OC in. And yeah, like moving every single one to their position. And yeah, if you're curious about my stitching shading method thing, well, you can't see it really on this OC because it's so pastel, and when I'm like adding light things, sure, my English on top, when I'm making it glow like on the edges, you can see it on the skirt, like the thing in the middle and on the edges. It doesn't really show on pastel OCs, but for example in my intro and my OC, you can see it really clear. And yeah, if you're interested in like knowing how that works, later in this video while I'm doing the outro, I recorded myself making the outro template in Ibis Paint, And I'm adding Gacha Fruits OC, and I'm stitching her life on camera. Ha! It sounds like I'm murdering someone. Oh, okay, I'm not murdering someone. Everything's okay. Well, everything's okay. I don't know what to say. I'm so sorry you're wasting your time with me. So, yeah, like right now, I'm adding a third character, making her a little bigger, a little smaller, because of the different poses. Every OC has like a different. Every time I screenshot her OC, it has a different height. So I'm just adding the size to make them match, kind of. And yeah, right now I'm done with those characters popping up, and I'm about to like merge those scenes and then split. Yeah, watch me do it. Past self was being slow. I'm sorry. Well, okay, now. No, not now. Yeah, now I'm splitting the scene. So I wanted to do, if you've seen my intro, which is like at the start of this video and the most recent video on my channel, you can see how it's like spinning for the first image out and then spinning another one in like a circle. You can see me do that right now. Like, well, not right now, but I'm just adding the effect. And I learned that technique on how to do that transition on VideoStar using multi-layer while doing my intro, and I'm so proud. It's so much fun to add that. See, you can see me spin the picture around. It's so much fun. I don't know why I'm like fangirling about spinning an image on VideoStar, but yeah, that's my life now. So to do that, you have to have like, you spin it, then you add a custom easing, then like this tracking blur thingy, and this mirroring effect, so that it doesn't show like, you know how like every picture has those edges, and if you spin it, you can see, like you'll see what's behind the picture as the background. So I'm adding the mirroring, so when it spins, you can see like the picture being mirrored like outside of this edge, so you don't see the edge. I don't know if I'm making sense right now, but I'm just like trying to explain it. So if you've ever seen Gacha Fruit's name, it has those little like points next to it, and I was really struggling trying to get a good placement with those, because yeah, you know, like typing them, first I couldn't find them on the keyboard. It took me a bit to figure out, and then I was struggling with the spaces because I didn't know if there were spaces in between like the gacha and fruit, or the points in the gacha fruit, and yeah, it was a struggle. So like the thing is, I was screen recording, so I couldn't just go on YouTube and look it up, because it would like ruin my recording. So I just left it like this. I'm actually still not sure if it's like the right version of the name, but I'm guessing it's okay, because I showed her the intro and she said she liked it, and like didn't say, oh yeah, there's no space in between like this and this, you have to do the entire intro again. So I'm guessing it's okay. So like, as you just saw me, I was like spinning the heck out of this video. I'm like, right now I'm adding in the easing, as you can see from the picture. And yeah, it's like spinning in, so I have to do it like another easing and the other way around than the other ones. So yeah, here's the spinning transition, and it was at this point when I noticed this is not in sync with the music. Why? Like, why? So I was like, should I just leave it like this, or should I redo the entire what's it called? The entire transition. So I ended up redoing it entirely. Like, not entirely, I left the you're watching part, but I redid the transition because it just didn't fit the music at all. And yeah, I'm just merging scenes and splitting them again so it fits a bit better. And yeah, fun times. So, yeah, you can see me do like the entire thing again. I was pretty annoyed at that point because the intro shouldn't take me that long, since I actually knew from the start what I was going to do. But yeah, I'm just an idiot, so I couldn't like do it the first time I tried. So right now I'm spinning again. Yay, spin, spin, spin. Can't believe I just said that. I'm so sorry. So yeah, this is just a huge work in progress right now. Yeah, like what I'll do for the end of the intro, I'll just screen sway. I don't know. I saw like Senpai Wolfie does. I'm so bad with names. I'm sorry. I should remember her name. I'm an idiot. I watched her video on screen swaying and I learned myself, and it's so much fun. It takes some time to get used to on how much you can like turn the screen, but after you get around it, it's really not that hard. So I had to speed up like me doing the screen swaying. Wow, like that's a tongue breaker. Is that even an English word? I don't know. I just took it from German and translated it word like in German it's Zungenbrecher, so it's in English tongue break. I don't know if it's an English word. Okay, I give up. So as you can see, right now I'm like, I was gonna say right now I'm really close to being done, but then past me just deleted some things, but I think now I'm done. And I was like trying to add some effects that would look like fancy, but I couldn't really find a single one. And if you do normal screen swaying, you would normally like do the mirror thing, but since we have that white border, it looked kind of weird. So I tried to make it smaller, and that didn't really work out either. So what I ended up doing is I just stayed with the white background, and there wasn't a single thing to be mirrored or something. So that's it for the intro editing, and here's the finished intro. I hope you liked the intro, and now we're moving on to the outro. So the outro took me half an hour. I used Iris Paint, and for the font Cookie Regular, which is also the font you can see in the template. And the music is Translucent City Lights, which is, I think it's by Arthritis, I don't know. But yeah, let's start with the Iris Paint recording. So first thing I do is I place the character, which I also like. I always remove the background in a different app than Iris Paint, because I don't know, Iris Paint, since the update, it doesn't really work for me anymore. Like the wand doesn't work, so when I fill it in with the bucket, it just removes too much, and when I'm trying to do outlines, it looks really weird and edgy, and yeah, so I just normally remove the background in a different app. And what you can see me do now is my stitch shading. At least that's what I call it. So basically I'm going in an add layer on top of the normal layer, and I'm setting it to clipping. And then I just start like adding those little lines across the outline of the character. And yeah, there are longer ones, there are shorter ones, and yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. If you look to the sides, you can see like the finished version of this stitch shading, and yeah, I think it came out really nice. I like to add those white lines on the skirt. I don't know what they're called. but I like to add those on skirts. Please correct me in the comments if I say something wrong, which has happened in this video like a million times, because this voiceover is like, right now it's 20 minutes long, and I can't talk for 20 minutes without like failing miserably. So yeah, right now I'm doing the shoes, and I was struggling with the shoes because they have a weird shape, and if I just add the stitches everywhere it looks weird. And yeah, right now I'm doing the eyes. In the eyes I always like to add this little heart, which I think looks nice, and some sparkles and 2 circles. So yeah, I'm almost done with the shading, I think. Yeah, like, wait for it, now I'm done. So I'm merging the layer and I'm adding another one with a high saturated pink, so that it looks like something's shining at her and she's looking right at it. I really like that effect. I did it too on my intro, I just did it with blue because my OC is blue, hers is pink. And purple, of course. So what you can see me do now is I'm like adding the background you guys know from the intro, and I'm like making it smaller so that it has the border again, and I'm filling it in with white. So yeah, the OC is now on the side. I think what I'll do next is I'll add an outline to the OC, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I am. So you can find the outline in when you go to this effect FX thingy, and yeah, there you can find the outline in the style category or just in the all category where they are all together. So what you just saw me do, is that English? I don't know. I'll just continue talking. What I'm doing right now is I'm like adding those, in an outro where those videos shows up and that channel icon and it says subscribe. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. And yeah, next up I'll be adding the text, which I gotta say that was a hard one because I don't want to do it like in a color because it blends in and it looks boring and not pastely. So like if that happens, I normally go just with white. But at the same time, there are stars in the background. So try going with white when there's a bank, white background. That won't work. So I tried adding an outline in a color, and yeah, I wasn't really like 100% happy with that either. So what I ended up doing is I just like darkened the background a little bit so that you could see the white font, but I ended up having to do that like completely different. Now on my phone I have 2 versions of the outro, but it's okay. For the font of the outro, I'm using Cookies Regular again because like actually I think it's my favorite font, since it has like, it's tall and it's not too wide, because there are fonts that just like go to the sides and they take up so much space, so you make them smaller so that they fit the screen, but then they're like they're not tall enough to fill any height, and that just looks awful. So I really like this font, plus it's like fancy, I guess. And yeah, I had some problems with like the font like clashing with the border, but it ended up being okay. So yeah, right now I'm still like on that, oh yeah, I gotta do fancy borders idea. And yeah, I'm just adding a bit darker background so you can actually see the font. And yeah, moving the font a bit down so that it doesn't cover like the video and the sub template, and I'm erasing it on the border because I did a really dumb thing. I like made the border like on the same layer as the, what's it called, the picture, the wallpaper. I was looking for the word wallpaper. Sorry. So as you can see right now, we're already in KineMaster. I didn't notice because, well, I'm like talking to voiceover while I'm in KineMaster and it's lagging. And yeah, it's like not that great. Sometimes when I record voiceovers, it just starts lagging and I don't see, like, I don't realize, and then I just talk. Like one time I made, instead of a half an hour voiceover, I talked for 2 hours without realizing that KineMaster was lagging. So I had a 2 hour long voiceover and I couldn't do anything with it. It was so frustrating. But yeah, right now I'm adding in that white thing at the start so that so I can make it fade in, like the outro. And I think it looks better. Plus, if you use an outro like this, you have more space to use a transition into the outro, which is kind of handy. And yeah, that's actually it, I think. So here's the final product for the outro. I'm kind of proud of it because I think the template looks really nice. And yeah. So that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, I wish you all a beautiful day and I will see you all in the next video. Bye my little gum gums.